Promotion is the prize on offer here tonight in Bronte Country. The prize at stake for the Dewsbury Rams. If they can win here at Cougar Park tonight, they will be champions. But they're up against a Keighley side with their own promotion ambitions. Dewsbury hoping to go up tonight as champions of Cooperative Championship 1. As you can see, the table shows that Dewsbury have a 100% record. Played 14, won 14 so far. Just 4 games to go, including tonight's. And Keighley have to win if they are to deny Dewsbury automatic promotion. If Keighley fail, then they will play off for the second automatic promotion place alongside York, Oldham, Blackpool, Hunslet and Swinton, who currently make up the other playoff places in Championship 1. Well, Keighley have had a break. They haven't played for a couple of weeks, so they are unchanged since their last outing, which was a victory over Oldham 2 weeks ago. The only absentee for them is Craig Brown, who has a hand injury. So Keighley have George Rayner at fullback, Lee Maples, Dan Potter, Daly Williams, Gavin Duffy, John Presley and Danny Jones. The forwards, Andy Schickel, James Feather, Scott Law, Will Cartledge, Oliver Purseglove and Carl Hughes. Feather, the captain for Keighley Cougars. And on the bench, Jermaine Ray, Brendan Rawlins, Greg Nicholson and Ryan Benjafield. And the coach, well, he was threatening to do a Schumacher tonight, Barry Eaton, coming back to steer his side round the park, but he's decided to remain on the bench and coach his side from there. The Dewsbury Rams unchanged from their last outing last weekend, which coincidentally was a win over Oldham. The one change is on the bench, where Liam Crawley comes in for Chris Grice. So at fullback it's Lee Lingard, then it's Bryn Powell, Alex Bretherton, Kane Aparti, Chris Spur, Patrick Walker and Liam Finn. And on the bench, Keegan Hurst, Mike Emmett, Adam Robinson, Rob Spicer, Andy Bostock and Adam Hayes, the captain of the side. And on the bench, Ryan Smith, Taron Wildy, Liam Crawley and James Lockwood. And the coach is Warren Jowett. Well, the Keighley Cougars have really been working hard to drum up interest in this game, but you really don't need to work too hard to drum up interest for that lady. That is Sue Dodds, who is watching her 1006th consecutive Keighley Cougars game. She hasn't missed a match, home or away, since 1979, and that is a remarkable performance. And before then, she was a regular as well. Only missed 1 game in the 3 years before that. That is what you call a loyal supporter. Plenty of loyal supporters here to cheer on the Dewsbury Rams as they take the field, and those supporters hoping that their side can wrap up promotion and the Championship 1 title here tonight. But the Thunderbirds are go at the other end of the field for the Keighley Cougars, because the Cougars know that they have to win this one if they are to take the battle for promotion another step further, the battle for automatic promotion, that is. The Cougars hoping to avoid going into the playoff scenario. They would like to go up automatically as well, but they've got their work cut out if they are to deny the Dewsbury Rams that. Beaten already on Sky, in fact, by the Dewsbury Rams, and beaten comprehensively as well it was at the Tetley Stadium. So the Cougars motivated by that and motivated by the fact that they know they can hold up Dewsbury's promotion bandwagon here tonight. Beautiful evening here in Bronte territory. We had the Haworth Brass Band earlier on. Can Dewsbury Rams hit the heights here tonight? Let's join the commentary team. Phil Clark, Barry McDermott, first of all, Ben Pro.
Ronnie Lawton is tonight's match referee. The champagne on ice then for Dewsbury, because victory tonight will secure that Cooperative Championship 1 title. The Rams have yet to lose a league game this season, but for Keighley an unbeaten home record is on the line, and they need the 3 points themselves as the battle to secure pole position in the playoffs goes to the wire. And it's Dewsbury in possession first of all. It was Lingard who took the kick-off. Keighley immediately in the faces, in the shape there of Carl Hughes. Dewsbury with the first possession then. It was Mike Emmett who got the ball away, and a solid tackle first up by Law there. Working to this short side with a party. It's Law in there again with some good defensive work for Keighley Cougars. Hughes in there as well. If Party plays the ball, that's Emmett. Now it's Finn, for whom a lot of the good things come from this Dewsbury side, Liam Finn. And Finn with the kick, central position, and in that central channel is Rayner. Traps the ball and starts this set now for Keighley Cougars.
A very encouraging start to this game for the Keighley side. They were physically outplayed when they met Dewsbury back in June, and I think that the fact that they've met their opponents here now with some aggression in the first 6 tackles have set them on the right platform. Everybody involved in sport loves a challenge. Keighley have that here tonight.
Of course, they haven't played since July the 19th. They won a tight game at Oldham. They might be the fresher of these two sides. As Potter takes the ball over the halfway line. Feather, Presley. Now it's Schickel spinning into the tackle there of Hurst. Last one coming up for Keighley Cougars. Central position, and Jones has it. Not much time for the kick, and it's a huge kick as well. Very well taken though. That's a good start in the fullback position from Lee Lingard.
Well, the other aspect here for Keighley, they're managing almost a challenge for kicks. They're not just putting the ball to their opponents without them having to show any skill or bravery, but they're saying if we put the ball up, there'll be a white jersey close to it when it comes down. Unfortunately, Lee Maples couldn't get there quickly enough.
Adam Robinson then with possession for Dewsbury Rams, who's coach there, Warren Jowett watching on. Got a try when Dewsbury beat Keighley back in 2006 as a player, Warren Jowett. 4 gone, meanwhile, for his side. Trying to get over that halfway line, but it's good defence on show from Cartledge.
Well, you've always got a chance in every game. If you can drive your opposition back into tackle, as Cartledge did then, he's showing some signs here now. They put some pressure on the kick.
That kick comes in from Walker. Down the throat of Rayner, though, and Rayner with a solid start as well. Both fullbacks doing exactly what's required of them in these early stages. Duffy now for Keighley.
And what Keighley have done, just watching them on defence, they've compressed in, they've realised that the last time these two sides met, they were dominated around that middle. You see Keighley on the ball here, they're looking to keep things tight, just as Dewsbury did to them in the last match.
Keighley actually took the lead in that game. And they're trying to score now, but it's Hughes who has it. The referee has wiped the tackle count clean here, so Keighley with a great opportunity now. This is Rayner. First examination of the Dewsbury defence. Comes in from Hurst there. Looks to the left-hand side, Keighley, and back on the inside is Schickel. Such a dangerous player in possession, Andy Schickel. They go to that left-hand side again, and Jones is there. It's shuffled dead eventually. It was Bryn Powell who was there, but for a moment it looked like the Cougars were going to seize on the mistake.
Well, Keighley know if they want to win here tonight, they're going to have to score some points, and that is a difficult prospect against the Dewsbury side, whose defence has been outstanding in 2009. Good kick into the in-goal area. It's well dealt with by Dewsbury, but in theory, it will give Keighley 6 more tackles to attack.
Barry Eaton, the Keighley coach, but excelled in the colours of Dewsbury, of course. 394 points back in 2000. This is Schickel from the dropout for Keighley Cougars. Taken down by Walker. Central position, and Law has it now. A solid tackle as well. Coming in from Walker again. Favour the left-hand side initially. Now come back to this near side. James Feather bumped on his back. Jones continues. This is Cartledge, and Cartledge almost through. Important tackle from Emmett. Here's opposite number Feather trying to spin the ball to that left-hand side again. 3 in the tackle there for Dewsbury, Finn among them. That stops Williams. Presley, crossfield kick. It was Maples who was jumping.
20 restart, knock on.
Well, they've awarded a 20-metre restart, a knock-on against Keighley. But again, they're taking the game to the opponents. They have to do that. Any side with an unbeaten record will begin with confidence, and Keighley have to match that confidence and ask them as many questions as they possibly can. Passing plays, kicking plays, supporting and offloading the ball whenever possible.
Dewsbury easily the best attack and defence in the Championship 1, conceded half the points shipped in by Keighley. Emmett. This now is Robinson.
Well, you see four men in the tackle and four players involved there. It's just slow down and control that ruck speed somewhat.
Finn working to the right-hand side. Good defence on show there from Jones. And now Finn with the kick. He tries the crossfield option. Maples had it for a moment and then spilled it. In fact, it was Potter.
Here we are, lads.
Maples jumps first.
Hold your mark here.
Ends up in the hands of Potter. But Dewsbury get possession because there's a knock-on here from Potter.
And all because Keighley Party, the left centre for Dewsbury, was prepared to get up hard, work for possession. It's forced an error and given them a great attacking set.
They go to the short side here, Dewsbury Rams. Trying to catch Keighley unawares there. A Party comes back for Spicer this time. Spicer just 5 metres away. Emmett on his haunches, scheming, has the ball now. Comes to Walker. That was Hayes, the captain. That's the right-hand side. Good work from Pursglove in defence from Keighley. Walker decides to go himself. Walker trying to get through the tackle of Law. It was Hughes downstairs as well. Last one. Last chance for Dewsbury to go over this time, but it's great defence. There's four in there for Keighley and they repel that Dewsbury threat.
We've got the makings of a great game of rugby league here tonight. The first 7.5 minutes have told us that these two sides are committed. They're going to throw some chances, take some opportunities when they come around. But the other thing we've seen is a real commitment from both teams in defence.
Absolutely, you need to be strong when you're on your own goal line, and a little bit too keen, Dewsbury, to try and pin them down. The art of rugby league is to put pressure on your opponent as close to their try line as you can. And Dewsbury just a little bit too keen there. I'm really impressed with Keighley's attitude towards goal line. They're getting numbers in and they're slowing this game down as much as they can.
Lots been talked about Dewsbury's unbeaten record, but this home record for Keighley, source of great pride, and a knock-on forced by Dewsbury, and Cartledge the man who spilled the ball here. Great work from his opposite number, Robinson.
Well, the referee said it's his responsibility to hold on to the ball. The Demon is a loose carry if you lose it like that whilst the tackle's completed and you're about to get up to your feet.
Dewsbury back in possession then, and Lingard I should say, has it. It's Hughes who effects the tackle. Emmett keeps going to that far side. Now it's Finn. Into the hands of Walker, misses out one and finds a Party who stumbles, allowing Potter and Presley to make the tackle. One of the features of this Dewsbury side, the speed in attack and defence. Keighley will have to make every tackle stick. This time it's Law. Now Spicer into the tackle of Cartledge. Potter there as well. Last one coming up for Dewsbury Rams. Not made a great deal of progress forward, but the kick this time from Finn, not the greatest option, and Keighley have a chance to attack quickly. Duffy's done really well there to offload, and Rayner continues this attack.
What a brilliant piece of footwork first, and then the offload as well from Duffy to Rayner. We've got two sides who want to entertain as much as possible. Of course they want to win the game. It's a competitive edge to the match, but there's some entertainment on show. Look at that, skips away to dance away from players and sit them on the floor. Outstanding play. There's an offload this time from Law. Reminds me very much of a young Neil Cowie from these parts. Keighley go on with it, although they've lost it now. Lee Maples lost the ball in collision.
It was Lee Lingard who was there to profit from that error from Maples as Keighley tried to go forward there.
Keighley can't afford to give Dewsbury too much possession. That's just a loose carry. Loses control, does Lee Maples there, and what's more, they surrender and give up a penalty, giving Dewsbury more chance to run at them.
First,
here we see there's nobody onside there from Keighley.
It was Andrew Bostock there who illustrated the point I was making earlier, where Dewsbury so quick when they have the ball And that caught the Keighley Cougars offside and led to this position now. Here is Bretherton. Schickel puts him on the floor. Look how close Dewsbury are. This is ominous for the Rams. Lingard has it now.
Well, they're like human spears thrown into the holes in between the defenders. They've got them close.
This is Robinson. Robinson trying to use his strength again. There's 4 clustered around the ball carrier. Camped under those posts now, Dewsbury Rams. Options for Finn. That was Hayes now. Again, they muscle up on that far side. Keighley, this is the last one though. Coming up for Dewsbury. Can they hold out for one more to grub a kick this time? And Hurst is chasing it. Great position there from Rayner. Another danger moment seen off by the Keighley rearguard.
Well, there's very little between these two sides in the first 10 minutes. It's about which team can play at this tempo, at this pace and intensity for the next 10 and 15 minutes. Now then, the challenge is for Keighley to match the table-topping Dewsbury side. Can they bring it out? Now, they've failed in the last 2 sets of possession to complete 6 tackles or even kick the ball down. I think there's certainly an element here of getting outside of their own half. Scott Law takes it up 30 metres from his own line. Last tackle.
Hayes and Bostock with that tackle, and Jones with the kick. Good bounce from a Keighley point of view, but that's going to run dead. And so Dewsbury will attack, or will start this attack on the 20-metre line.
Keighley will be very happy with that. They've managed to get to the kick, and the only danger I see in Keighley's tactics here is that they are getting 3 players in, which means there's a gap somewhere along the pitch. You're probably going to see that out wide.
And the pace that this Dewsbury side has as well, the energy levels will fall as the game goes on. Emmett. This is Powell into the tackle of Cartledge.
Powell, 3, keep coming. 3, go.
Emmett finds Walker. Got through the first tackle. It was Jones who clung to the legs and made sure second time around. This is Finn.
Come on, Carl.
Now Hurst. Last one coming up for Dewsbury.
Go.
Emmett.
Discipline.
Liam Finn. Raking kick again. Tested Maples again. It's been allowed to bounce. Hurst has it. Play on. 6 more tackles coming up for Dewsbury. The sternest test you feel of this Keighley defence so far. Emmett.
You're offside, Carl.
That was Finn. This is Hayes. Now it's Bretherton. Presley with a good tackle. That's the first one though. This is Bostock, and Bostock has strength.
2.
Presley again with some good defence.
2, go.
Finn over the top, looping past Walker. Had Hurst with him. Found a party instead, and a party thought about the offload, but good work from Jones. Finn again. Great offload. This time for Robinson, who's attacking from deep. Had support as well, but only found Presley.
That's a knock-on.
Well, great defence there from Keighley. We shouldn't underestimate how difficult the sun is for Lee Maples on the wing. He dropped the ball that gave Dewsbury possession here, but his teammates worked hard enough here to save his embarrassment. And as you see, first they hit Presley, but then a knock-on, and Keighley will survive up until probably the 15-minute mark anyway, at least.
Keighley will be glad of this possession. Speaking to Barry Eaton this week, was it pains to say that despite the large scoreline when these two last played, 6 of the 8 tries they conceded were on that last tackle, so he feels with a better defensive effort Keighley can hold their own against this all-conquering Dewsbury side.
3.
Feather has it for the Cougars. This is Presley through a hole. Presley is away, support on his inside. Taken by Hughes and then dropped by Hughes. It was a great situation for Keighley Cougars, and they've blown the opportunity to score first here at Cougar Park.
This pass goes to the wrong play. Just look at George Rayner at the bottom of your screen. Number 1, he's tracking up the middle like every good fullback. And this pass, if it goes to the fullback, I think George Rayner's over.
Keep him back.
Unfortunately, the
Didn't
body
even
wasn't
get to Carl Hughes, did it?
No, because sometimes rugby players faced with the
On your
the decisions to make. Sometimes that confuses, unfortunately, there for Keighley.
Almost too many options there for Keighley Cougars, and Dewsbury now going to make the most of that let-off as Bretherton has it. 3 tackles gone already. Emmett jumps in. Now it's Robinson. The referee, Ronnie Lawton, warning the Keighley players they were offside, and now a relieving penalty allows Dewsbury to turn the screw.
And if you look at the body language here of the Dewsbury players as we see the penalty for offside, they're begging one another to increase the tempo. Let's play this game as fast as we can, because we don't think our opponents can cope at this speed.
Wait for his fault.
Certainly a key ploy against Oldham on Sunday. Barry Eaton was watching that game along with some of the Keighley players after their match was postponed. He'll know all about that tactic.
He's held one, now move, John, hands out. Go.
Now it's Hurst for Dewsbury. So close to that Keighley line again.
Move. 2. Go.
Emmett. The short side. Powell is there. Just flings the ball back. It's now with Hayes. Hayes is put down. They've gained some ground there. Keighley Cougars. How long can they hold out? 3 gone.
4. On your line, ball fake. 4, Danny. 4, go.
Emmett. Finn. It's Walker. And Walker just delays the pass to allow Lingard to come in, but the ball has gone forward.
Oh, that's an obstruction, Ben. A Dewsbury player takes out a Keighley defender. Just going through on that misplay, I think it's Rob Spicer. And you see the Keighley player just hit the deck in the background. Yeah, it's Rob Spicer. Bit of a shoulder charge, creating that overlap. Opportunity missed for Dewsbury. Keighley get the ball back.
Opportunities at both ends then in this first 17 minutes or so. Neither defence yet to crack. Here is Schickle. Offloads for Feather. Already on the halfway line. Just 2 tackles gone for Keighley. Now Law. Emmett and Robinson who make the tackle. Presley through a hole again. Similar situation. Presley goes himself this time. And John Presley will get the first try for Keighley Cougars. Well, they scored first at the Keighley Stadium. And they've scored first on home turf in a match they have to win to keep Dewsbury from claiming that title in this 80 minutes. He had an opportunity a moment ago, Presley. Decided to go for support on that occasion. This time he goes himself. And John Presley gives Keighley the first try of the match.
Well, they might not have the firepower of their opponents, but they've got a half-back who's prepared to run at the line. This is a penalty. There was an opportunity for Dewsbury at one end of the field, but obstruction was called by the referee, and they soon found themselves back close to their own line with a half-back at pace, running at defenders, running at it so well. On the last occasion he elected to pass. This time he thought he'd go himself, and Barry Eaton, the coach, is happy that a quarter into this match they will be in front.
His 22nd try of the season, John Presley. It's incredible tally for him. And Danny Jones looking to add his 83rd success with the boot. Not the most difficult of angles, a formality really. And so Keighley Cougars take the lead just as they did in the corresponding fixture.
The 2 opportunities that Presley's had have all come about by speed. He's got the ball in 2 hands. Defenders don't know what he's going to do, and he matches that with his pace. On this occasion, the ball goes to the wrong player, but what does he do this time? Bang! Just an explosion of speed. I'm going to score it myself. Great work from Keighley.
More good news for Keighley Cougars, or for Dewsbury Rams I should say, because the restart's gone out on the full.
Well, they let it bounce, didn't it? Number 5, you see, Gavin Duffett let the ball bounce. He thought it was over the dead ball line. It meant then now, having scored a try, and instead of being in possession, they've kicked the ball to the opponents, and big Keegan Hurst charges it back to the halfway line.
On your line and
knowing where the sideline and the dead ball line are, a very important aspect for any player at a kick-off restart.
For any kids watching at home, if you stand on the back line, you can always run forward. It's very difficult to run back and judge where you think the line is.
Dewsbury Rams with a great chance then to respond to that Keighley 4-pointer. It's Bretherton, Emmett, Finn.
Keep coming, Danny. You're on.
Finn again, the real heartbeat of this Dewsbury side. Maples does really well again, but he spilled the ball. Maples has lost possession there.
Let's just have a look
And
at
Ronnie
that.
Lawton is going to hand this on for Robert Hicks to have a look at.
Let's see whether we've got a ground in there from Dewsbury.
Well, I just wonder whether Dewsbury are that physical and aggressive when tackling. One or two of the Keighley players are struggling to cope. Again, it's a high kick from Finch. Everybody seems to be onside. They're behind the kicker. That's the first thing that the video referee has to look at. Then we see him catch the ball, Lee Maples, in the field of play, carried back over the try line, wrestled around in the tackle by Chris Spur, loses the ball by Kane Party, and then it does appear as though Rob Spicer, number 20, legitimately and legally grounds this ball for a try.
Let's have a look how this ball gets dislodged. Kane Party. Does he intentionally knock that one out, Phil?
Well, I don't
is he
think
in
he
the
does.
process?
I think it's just a tackle. We're watching it in slow motion. He's just trying to tackle his opponent here. You've got to realise what it's like playing rugby. You're trying to tackle him, push him back in goal. You're not trying to knock the ball out. You're hoping for a goal line dropout, aren't you?
And his head is at the side, let's be fair. His head is at the side, which means he's probably looking at the ball.
Okay,
let's see who grounds it. Does Maples ground it there? Here we go. Just watch his left hand. Is that sufficient pressure to judge it a grounding?
Probably just, Barry. I think he does ground it. I think he grounds that ball sufficiently with his left hand for this to be a goal line dropout.
Thanks, Rob. Cheers, mate. No try.
Try denied by the video referee, Robert Hicks.
It is just the sheer physical presence of the Dewsbury defenders there that jolts that ball loose.
Behind your kicker. Stay on side.
And there's the grounding of the ball, forcing the dropout.
Discipline.
So we've had back-to-back goal line dropouts here now. Having scored a try, look at the pressure they've put themselves under by being unable to deal with a restart.
Discipline when we get there. Tackles down.
The dropout eventually picked up by Lingard.
He's held one.
Gets the Rams over halfway.
One. Go.
Finn inside this time, and Wildy is on.
Two. Hold it, lads. Wait here. Two. Go.
Emmett this time for Hayes, the skipper, as Lord comes in over the top.
Go.
There's Feather in there as well. Now Bostock loses the ball. It's gone backwards. Movement allowed to continue by Ronnie Lawton. And Spicer finds a Party, and a Party shrugs off one. He's got pace, Kane Party, and a Party is in. They will not be denied this time, Dewsbury, or will they?
Just check back there. Where they're knocking on that play the ball. That tackle back there for me, please.
Just wants to look at how this ball dislodges in that
okay. Just check back there for me,
tackle. Keeper player, I think, just knocks the ball out. I think this is a try, mate. Here it is. Bostock, who's in the tackle.
You very often see that given as a knock-on, don't you? Even though it went directly down to the ground. No, it doesn't clearly go forward.
Yeah.
He's lost possession. Is that a knock-on? I think that's a 50-50 call, and I couldn't be critical of the video referee either way he goes there.
I think it's a try without. The question is, should it have been play on? That's what you're saying, isn't it, Phil?
It is, and I think it's a very difficult decision for the video referee to give. He's going to, I think, give it in the benefit of the attacking side. And Kane Party just scored the first try for Dewsbury.
Kane Party, a double against Keighley last month, and he's on the mark against the Cougars in this vital game for Dewsbury Rams. It's his 17th try of the season, given on the nod of the video referee, Robert Hicks. And so, having conceded that early try to Keighley, Dewsbury with a couple of opportunities, and then they get over for a 4-pointer. Pat Walker, incredible 119 successful kicks so far. That's another one to add to the collection. And he's levelled the scores here at Cougar Park. It's Keighley 6, Dewsbury 6 now.
Well, it was Pat Walker's kick from the restart that managed to bounce just a metre inside the dead ball line. It gave them possession. They had another 6 tackles and another drop goal as a result of this effort in defence. And then when they found the space, first they went to the short side. They set up to come wide to the left-hand side. And Kane Party, he's clearly bigger than so many of the other players on the field. If they put the ball in his hands, he's going to be hard to handle. Players backing off in reverse, can't stop a Party.
Dewsbury back in possession from the restart.
You won't. 2, both feet, hold here. 2, go.
Emmett to his left-hand side for Rob Spicer.
The way that Dewsbury keep things tight, whether they're in yardage or whether they're in good ball, they keep things tight. They try and drag in the defenders. Just look at defenders. They're like bees round a honeypot, which means there will be some spaces. There's late retreaters, people going back in the line, and defenders can't account for people with the ball when they're getting back late.
Walker and Finn spread the ball again to that far side. That was Powell. And then Finn's kick is fielded well by Maples. Comes back. Here's the sound of the charging defenders. And it's Bostock who gets to him first alongside Emmett.
I think they put Lee Maples on time and a half, haven't they? He's going to have plenty of work today. Every kick now is going to continue to go into the right corner from a Keighley defensive point of view. Nice carry there by Brendan Rollins, just punching through a hole, and oh no, what a pity. Finds a quick play of the ball for the Cougars, but Jermaine Ray, first on the field, first touch really from a sub, sets off too quickly, he doesn't have the ball in his hands.
And that's Jermaine Ray's trademark. He gets out after a quick play of the ball, takes on the defence and makes people tackle him. He's a big lad for a hooker, might be short in stature but very powerful.
Former West Yorkshire county footballer as well, Jermaine Ray. Handling it was that let him down on that occasion. And so Dewsbury with a great chance here. Spicer has it. Cartledge with the tackle upstairs alongside Schickle.
2, go.
Emmett. Now Finn. Finn turns it back this time for Keegan Hurst.
Again 4 defenders and again coming back to the middle.
3, go.
Finn. Walker, that axis so important for Dewsbury. A Party manages to get the ball away, and Walker has it a second time in this move. Benjafield who affects the tackle alongside Cartledge. 4 gone. Finn on the bounce, it's not the best pass. Has that gone backwards from, I think it was Bostock. It's a knock-on eventually.
Well, the idea from Dewsbury is to try and spread the Keighley defenders as much as possible. Long pass that didn't quite make the man. Eventually we see a knock on there. But I'm sure that the Dewsbury will continue to try and push the ball wide to the left and right, stretching as the game goes on. The Keighley defenders asking them, can you get over and stop our runners when we hit you wide?
Go.
Adam Hayes' error it was, and so Benjafield now for Keighley Cougars.
Here, lads, hold here. 2, go.
Jermaine Ray in again, holds on this time. There's 3 Dewsbury defenders in there though, led by Spicer. Ray, Jones, Rawlins.
4, move. 4, go.
Jones for Presley. Space on that far side, the Keighley left. Closed down by Finn. Bretherton in there as well.
Go. Don't go early.
Ray. Good ball, Presley. Little chip over this time, trying to vary the attack. Keighley Cougars. But vigilant defence on show there from Dewsbury, and Spicer tidies up.
An excellent effort there from Rob Spicer. So many players think, well, I'll rely on the fullback. It's his job to get it. Not Rob Spicer. Worked hard, saw the kick go over the top, and put himself into a position to gain possession for the Rams.
3, go.
Dewsbury relegated last year with just 2 wins from 18 as Powell takes a big hit.
Come on. 4,
they're set to go up again automatically. That's the prize on offer as Hayes dumps the ball back. It's good work, and Emmett is following up.
5.
Eventually Nicholson gets to him. Last one for Dewsbury now. They're still in their own half as Walker puts a high kick in. Again it's towards Maples, and again Maples collects on the full. Thought about the pass for a moment. He's going to take the tackle.
Held one. No movement. Hold it, lads.
Solid contribution again there from Lee Maples.
Mercifully for Maples, the sun appears to have gone down, and I think he just wanted to take that tackle and play that ball. Great work from Jermaine Ray. That's what he's been brought on to do.
And Presley on the back of that gets Keighley in a good position here. Ray has it again. Cartledge now put down by Iparti. Ray spinning, can't evade the clutches though of Bostock. Keegan Hurst in there as well. That was Nicholson. And Jones, his pass goes astray. It was Benjafield who lost it, and Dewsbury have possession again.
Well, the end of a very promising period in possession for the Keighley side. Ryan Benjafield lost it in collision, but started to find a bit of speed around the match as well, around the ruck area, taking it forward, just troubling the Dewsbury side for a moment or two. They need to match that intensity now with the defence.
This is Finn trying to skirt away from one. Now it's Wildy. Benjafield in there for Keighley. So the substitute in collision there. Now Walker. Had the ball carrying arm free. Good pressure forced by Potter. Cartledge as well. Finn gets the ball away to Hurst. It's gone back, but Walker retains possession. Sensibly elects to take the tackle. It's the last one coming up.
Can the Cougars get any pressure on the kicker here? This is when fatigue sets in. Look, nobody's made the effort, and look how dangerous the kick is.
It's a great kick from Liam Finn, and batted back for Bostock. They've got to overlap on that right-hand side, and Powell is in. Great kick from Liam Finn that started it, and it ends with Powell going in the corner, but the referee again is going to hand this on.
He wants to check whether Dewsbury were onside when this kick took place. Well then.
Well, the man to the right or above him on the screen who actually gets to possession, I think is onside. Is that the fullback Lee Lingard? I think it was. And then when the other players within a 10-metre radius of Lee Lingard when he patted the ball out, I think this will be a try, but we'll have to look at it again. So the players in front of the man kicking the ball, they in theory can get within 10 metres of this ball when it's now touched by a Dewsbury teammate. Now, is that Adam Hayes?
Adam Hayes gets
closer.
Involved.
Now, in theory, that's no try.
Yeah.
It will be ruled out. It's a hard ruling, and that's what the rules state.
Yeah, you see the two players, the two Dewsbury players, just one on your screen. One just come in there. They're both offside. Adam Hayes, you're right, Phil. He plays a part. That's the guy for me that's offside. Oh, that's Bostock, sorry. This is Hayes. Well then, I think he's happy with it. Robert Hicks.
Again, Mirror. Good try.
Bryn Powell awarded the try. It's his 13th of the season, and a crucial one as far as Dewsbury concerned. They take the lead for the first time.
Well, we'll have to find out why, because Barry and I thought this was a no try with the player in front of him. But I'll tell you what, the time given to the kicker was a critical element here. Too long from Keighley's perspective, and from that point on, they were never going to prevent the try out wide on the right. Bryn Powell scores. Can they convert it?
A difficult angle for Pat Walker, but he's done brilliantly to convert that try. And so Dewsbury, who trailed by 6 points to nil, now lead by 12 points to 6, and they're in the driving seat.
It's a lovely little option. He's obviously told his teammates there's no kick pressure on him. Phil's right. What interests me more now is Keighley's reaction to this. They've had a bit of adversity. They've had what they might consider a bad call go against them. We'll have another look at it. I'm with you, Phil. I think this is no try, but it's on the scoreboard. As they say in the game, it's in the paper.
Tackles down!
Bryn Powell, 4 tries in a National League 2 win over Keighley 3 years ago. That one so important this evening.
Just goes to show, Barry, that Keighley may be aware of the fact that so many of the tries scored by Dewsbury are on the last tackle, but they've been unable to prevent that one because they couldn't. None of the players put that extra effort in to put the kicker under pressure. Your lungs are bursting, your legs feel heavy, but it's the last play and you can't relax.
5 tries in the last 5 games for Bryn Powell as well. They're looking for more here, and this time it's Gavin Duffy who's tested. They've been putting Maples under pressure all night, and this time Duffy with the responsibilities. He's done well though for Keighley. They have possession.
Get squared at him!
Solid hit from Wildey though.
Held 3. Go!
Ray out of dummy half again. He's got through the first tackle. Put down by Finn. Liam Crawley in there as well for Dewsbury.
Knock on, lads, he's played it.
Oh, I think Keighley are hard done by, mate. I think this, the time that Dewsbury lay on Jermaine Ray.
Hey, knock on.
Well,
here we are, lads.
Let's have another look. Is there a knock on?
Didn't interfere with play. Your lad were offside.
Look at Barry Eaton here. He thinks the same as me.
We do it sometimes.
He shouldn't do that though to the sideline official. He needs to sort that a bit of aspect out, even if he is disappointed with the decision. Can't abuse the official. It's not the message to send to your own players or supporters.
If you read his lips, I think he said, I rather strongly disagree with that decision.
2, go.
He looked like he were in perfect composure to me, Barry Eaton.
As the former Dewsbury player watches on, the current vintage trying to attack this Keighley line again.
3, go.
Bostock plays it.
4, go.
That was Bretherton. This is Liam Finn, and Finn heads for the posts again.
Hold here.
Cartledge with an important tackle. How long can they repel Dewsbury? Last one coming up, and Walker with another interesting kick, and Rayner is held behind the ball line. It's a goal line drop out. The third one forced by Dewsbury Rams.
And they've learnt how to win games. You've struggled away, you battle away for so long. They scored a try, and what did they do? They spoke to one another. Listen, let's play even faster now. Let's push the accelerator and see if our opponents can go with us. And Warren Jowett knows that there's a very little difference between the top and the rest of the competition. But the mentality of the Dewsbury Rams is to press harder when you're tiring.
The mental approach as well.
Keep coming, go.
Jowett, a picture of calm, as we saw Eaton losing his cool a few moments ago. And now Keighley defence all offside, and Dewsbury with another chance now to turn the screw.
Certainly get some tackling practice in here, Keighley.
A couple of minutes.
Are they up to the task?
What are you doing? Let me know. Let me get back then.
You just cannot keep piling this pressure, squeezing the life out of themselves
Come on, Jermaine, hey.
by
Keep
giving the
coming.
ball back
Keep
to
coming.
Dewsbury time after time.
About to enter the last 5 minutes of this first half.
One on your line.
And Dewsbury looking for a try, which
One, go.
would really pile the pressure onto Keighley Cougars in the second 40.
On your line.
Adam Hayes with the first hit up, taken by Benjerfield. Looping pass. Managed to offload as well, Liam Finn. Walker. The pass ricochets from Spicer, and Keighley almost had it back. 0 for Dewsbury, and then the Keighley player flopped, and so more pressure on this Cougars defence.
What are you doing? 2.
Was Maples. This time they're going to take the 2 points on offer.
Well, I think they could have tapped this ball and more or less were guaranteed a 6-pointer. Here's the penalty. Maple goes for the interception. He realised he's in 2 minds.
The thing to remember, Barrett, they don't know how long's left in this half. When they asked the referee a minute ago, he said a couple of minutes. So in their minds now, they're running into the last few seconds, and that's a difficult conundrum for them, isn't it? Unaware of how long's left. Well, an opportunity for 2 more points, probably better if the hooter is impending.
Fair enough.
Patrick Walker then to add those 2 points. So Dewsbury moved to a 14-6 lead now.
Danny, just getting them to get slow around, okay, and players just need to peel off a little bit quicker.
There's the fans who are hoping to see their team crowned champions this evening. The cameras along to record it.
You need to keep
Warren Jowett, well, you wouldn't believe that he is on the verge of the championship title, or the Championship 1 title.
Onside, lads.
To look at the face.
Stay onside. Let's have a
Approaching this as just another game. It's about getting the job done, he said this week. And they're certainly doing that at the moment. An 8-point lead for the Rams.
Get him down. He's held one. Way on the line, lads, and
Great
hold.
kickoff. It was a shot, wasn't it, to get it over the back line. Football skills trapped it.
That's 2.
It was Crawley.
Don't go early. 3. Okay, lads, here we are. Hold here. 3, go.
Wildy plays the ball. Emmett has it. Now it's
4 on your
Spicer.
line. 4. Go. It's good.
Emmett with a short pass this time, but again the Keighley defenders Marshall well and Nicholson on that occasion. Last one, so Finn puts the kick in.
Come back.
Keighley had it initially.
Come back.
Presley
Play on.
boots the ball into the arms there, the grateful arms of Danny Jones.
There was kick pressure from Keighley on that occasion, and they win that penalty. Emmett tried to slow Keighley down. The charge down gave them the ball back, learning the lessons from the Liam Finn chip and chase. Just get hold of the ball, keep hold of it, and they want to play it, they want to up that tempo and go in at half-time with something registered.
Keighley have decided themselves to go for 2 points here. Phil's point about the time remaining possibly weighing on the mind of Barry Eaton there.
Barry Eaton actually signalled for the 2 points, and if you look at where the kick's been taken from, it's actually at the halfway, but it's a very short pitch. I'd probably say it's more like 45 metres.
Danny Jones then with the penalty attempt, and it's a great kick as well. The distance just about was covered, the accuracy there as well, and so Keighley do get the 2 points. They've cut the lead to 6. Danny Jones with his 84th goal of the season.
Discipline set, no penalties in this set.
Inside the last 60 seconds of this first half, just a converted try in it. We expected a close game between the sides, first and second in the Cooperative Championship 1 table.
Are Keighley thinking about scoring, or are they waiting for the half-time hooter? Here's the answer, chip over for Presley.
It was great work from Jones, in fact, and Jones dumps the ball over the top to Presley. Was he tackled without the ball?
Well, Liam Finn it was who made the tackle. Potentially a try-saving one too, wasn't it, with just, 10 seconds to half-time. Great chip over the top. I love the inventive play there from the half-back pairing. But Dewsbury's cover defence enough to deny them. I think that should take us to half-time.
There is the half-time hooter, and Barry Eaton will be pleased with his size display. Warren Jowett, of course, will be the happier of the two coaches, but it's all in the melting pot in the second half. At the break, Dewsbury lead by 14 points to 8.
So as anticipated, this potential title decider really is close to call. Dewsbury Rams, though, halfway there, 40 minutes away now from claiming this Championship 1 title, and with it, automatic promotion. But a controversial first half, certainly in the eyes of the Keighley Cougars supporters, and the Cougars aren't out of this one yet. They've got it all to do in the second half, though, if they're to stop the Dewsbury Rams on the promotion bandwagon. Here at Cougar Park, the Keighley Cougars trail at the break, 8 points to 14 to the Dewsbury Rams. Dewsbury Rams then 40 minutes away from guaranteeing themselves promotion back to the Championship with the Championship 1 title, but they've had a heck of a battle in that first 40 minutes, Barry.
It's an absolutely fascinating game. This finally balanced at 6-14 at half-time. But here we see Presley, with the speed and pace that he's got, he has two players to choose from. Unfortunately, on that occasion, he chooses the wrong option. just cannot regather that pass, and given the two options he chose the wrong one. But the second time he gets that chance, he doesn't make the same mistake. Here's the obstruction. Dewsbury player takes out a Keighley player, giving Keighley some good field position. Presley again, footwork, pace. He has an option, but he chooses not to use them and gets that ball and posts Keighley's first points. Maples, who's had an awful lot of work to do, cannot control that ball. He is judged to have grounded that ball, denying Rob Spicer Dewsbury's first points. But inevitably, with the power that they have in the middle, after an attempted big hit from Keighley, they go to width, and Kane Party, he's big and strong with lovely footwork, makes no mistake on that occasion. And here's the contentious try. Nice little chip and chase. The Dewsbury player pats it back to Bostock. Is he 10 metres away? Is he offside or onside? The referee and the video referee judged that he was, awarding Dewsbury those points, and Bryn Powell, he goes in. Even Stevens, great match.
And both sides deciding towards the end of that first half to go for just the 2 points, which I think indicates how close they expect this game to be. Really little to choose between the two sides.
It's very close, but it's very draining as well. You feel that the effort that both teams had put in, when they got a chance to slow things down just a little bit and come away with the 2 points, they took that option.
Now, Dewsbury had that try. We've just seen that Bryn Powell try. Do you think Keighley have got cause to feel hard done by that decision?
I think they have, but the important thing is they need to get on with the things at hand, the nuts and bolts of the game. They've been very good defensively, they've been getting numbers in, which exposes them a little bit out wide, but very few times have Dewsbury exposed that, and it's been great stuff, Bill. Really enjoyed it.
Well, we've seen Dewsbury this season. We saw Dewsbury take Keighley apart at their place earlier on this season. There's no indication that that's going to happen in the second half. I get the impression that Keighley are going to go toe-to-toe with them all the way through this.
Yeah, just talking and having a look at a few of them, they're up for this challenge. They're here to spoil Dewsbury's party. They're not willing to let Dewsbury win the league at their home ground, and good on them. It's making a good, fascinating game.
Absolutely, and I should imagine the Dewsbury Rams supporters who've made the trip here to Cougar Park are probably a little bit anxious at the moment as well, because it's by no means a given. 40 minutes away from a promotion party for the Dewsbury Rams here. I'm sure for the Dewsbury Rams supporters back at the Tetley Stadium, who are probably enjoying this one as well. But conscious of the fact that the Keighley Cougars have got plenty of bite left in them. Join us after the break. Big weekend of Super League coming up on Sky Sports, and what a game in prospect at Knowsley Road on Friday. St Helens against Wigan. That's 7:30 on Sky Sports 2 and HD2. And invariably there's plenty to talk about after that game. We'll be doing that in Super League Extra Time with match analysis, interviews as well. That's available via the red button and also on the internet. And then on Saturday, another big game. Can Leeds Rhinos get back on the horse? They face Warrington Wolves. That's 6:30 Sky Sports 2 and HD2. And on Super League Extra at 2 a.m. there'll be extended highlights of Leeds against Warrington and also Catalan Dragons against the Celtic Crusaders. And that's at, if you missed that, at 7 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. on Sunday morning on Sky Sports 3 and Sky Sports 2 respectively. So plenty to come ahead, but right ahead of us now, the second half of this enthralling Cooperative Championship 1 game. Keighley Cougars 8, Dewsbury Rams 14. Keighley preserving or looking to preserve this 100% home record in the competition. Dewsbury looking to clinch promotion. Can they do it in the second half? Let's rejoin our commentary team and Ben Pro.
When these teams met last month, Keighley were 18-6 down at half-time, but conceded 2 early tries within 7 minutes of the restart. They just can't do that here if they're to deny Dewsbury the first silverware of the season. In fact, it's the second, of course, the Northern Rail Cup, won a couple of weeks ago. First league silverware of the season. It's Crawley who effects the tackle first up for Dewsbury. This is Cartledge.
That's great intensity from Dewsbury. In any game of rugby league, whenever you kick off, you try to restrict the yardage that your opponents are making. They're only just getting over the 20-metre line, Keighley now.
Ray, who made a difference when he came on in that first 40. The kick, though, spins eventually into Dewsbury arms, and magnificent offload finds Emmett. Handed the initiative in these early stages to Dewsbury Rams. That's exactly what Keighley didn't want to do. And now it's Crawley for the visitors. Emmett. Is history going to repeat itself? Are Dewsbury going to score early on in this first half? Or the second half? Emmett for Finn. Finn with a short pass this time for Crawley.
That's 4. Move! 4, hold there. 4, go.
Crawley plays the ball. That's how close Dewsbury Rams are. Adam Hayes now. Hayes with a flat ball for Bretherton, and Bretherton tramples over Presley initially. Last one coming up for Dewsbury. Back for Finn. Finn with a crossfield kick. It's a delicate kick as well. They had 3 players over there. Eventually picked up by Cartledge, but it's a knock-on. And so Keighley able to get possession from the turnover.
Well, Lee Maples has just had 10 minutes or so to rest at half-time and wonder whether the kicks would continue to rain down on his side of the field. The answer in the first set in this match is a yes, but he got up high, he challenged for it, and Dewsbury couldn't take that clean catch. But he knows his teammates now have to advance downfield and try and somehow find the physical approach to overrun, if at all possible, this Dewsbury side. So many of the Dewsbury defenders, though, they hit so well with the shoulder. We're here wrestling, talking rugby league, but fundamentally, you've got to hit your opponent with his shoulder and try and drive him to the ground.
Nicholson trying to make metres forward in the face of 3 Dewsbury tacklers there, led by a party. Now Ray accelerates away. Jermaine Ray looking to offload as well. Ball snaffled in the end by Bretherton. Kick finds Lingard, and Lingard will launch this counter for Dewsbury. It's a good chase, led by Cartledge.
That was a good set of 6 from Keighley there. They went 100 metres, albeit through a penalty, but can they match that? No, they can't. Unfortunately, they can't get back on side.
And look how quickly Dewsbury want to play the game as we get to see a replay of this with the Keighley players offside. Dewsbury already kicked it well into the opponent's half with a penalty.
Trying to move through the gears, Dewsbury Rams. This is Andy Bostock. Ball comes free, finds Emmett. There's a Keighley hand in there. Powell, Hayes gets it back again as well, the captain. Spins the ball into Finn. Finn brings in Spicer, and Spicer has space in front of him. It's a desperate tackle from Rayner. What an important contribution that could be. How long can they hold them out though? Finn has it, and Finn finds Bostock, and Bostock surely has the power. He's held up a metre short.
What amazing effort by Keighley in defence. 3 more tackles, can they survive?
Can't walk back with the ball.
Well, actually, the referee has penalised Bostock. Andrew Bostock walked back with the ball away from where the mark was deemed. It's a very rare penalty in the rugby league. We sometimes see a man walking forward from the mark, but rarely do we see them walking backwards. I think he's just trying to get back into a position. Thinks he can legally play the ball. The referee says you cannot walk off the mark. See him walk a metre or so backwards. Keighley massively relieved with that call.
Andrew Bostock with a couple of tries on Sunday against Oldham from that sort of range. They did really well to deny him on that occasion. Now Pursglove, driven back by Wilding. Ray slices through. Jermaine Ray up the centre of the field for Keighley support. He's ignored that support. And whereas Presley went in for the 4-pointer, maybe Jermaine Ray would have been better served to pass. Interference though at the play of the ball, and Keighley had the penalty.
It's good work from Keighley, but George Rayner will be absolutely spewing with Jermaine Ray there. He makes the break, he's on his right hand side, calls for the ball. Jermaine Ray takes the tackle. Here's the break, lovely speed. Look at George Rayner, the top of your screen. Oh, that's a chance.
This is Nicholson. Ray, Benjafield now, and Benjafield trying to carve his way through. Crawley with a good tackle.
2. Go, you're off, Pat.
Ray for Presley, holds on.
3, get on side, Pat.
Took his eye off the ball momentarily there as the Dewsbury defenders went into his face. This is Rawlins now. And Rawlins manages to dump the ball back for Ray. This could be crucial. Presley's kick. It was Bryn Powell who was stationed well, but Powell is going to be dragged into the in-goal area. Here is he. It's a goal line drop out.
Keighley meeting fire with fire. So many times in this game, it's been the Dewsbury side who've been pushing their opponents backwards. We saw in the first half how they carried Lee Maples and forced him into error in the in-goal area. Keighley have decided now in this second half, if they're going to lose this unbeaten home record, they're going to do it with a fight.
There's no doubt, Phil, that Dewsbury, man for man, are bigger than this Keighley side, but their strength is in numbers. If they can get more players in and try to control Dewsbury, they'll negate that size.
Drop out found Presley. He in turn picked out Rawlins.
1. Hold it, lads. Wait for his foot.
Rawlins taken by Bretherton.
Go, 1.
Ray. Presley again.
2.
That's Benjafield.
2, hold it, lads. 2, go.
Danny Jones this time. And then Cartledge
3. Hold it up. 3.
was
go.
Spicer with the tackle. Jones, it's a good pick up from Maples. Wasn't the best pass. Manages to continue this movement forward. 4 tackles gone. Jones.
Offside.
Now Presley. Options, and one of them is Rayner.
5.
It's lying a little bit deeper. This is the last one, though, coming up for Keighley Cougars. Presley with a grubber kick this time. It's just too much on it. And Dewsbury already preparing to take this 20-metre restart. Now it's been taken, and Bryn Powell launches himself into that Keighley defence.
We've got an end-to-end second half in store here. Oh no, another penalty against Keighley. Putting the hands on the man when the tackle had been completed. Interference. Look, he's trying to slow down the play of the ball illegally. Probably stupidly as well from a Keighley perspective.
He actually had hold of the ball. It's a tactic sometimes players use just to take the focus away from that bloke that's trying to play the ball. If you grab hold of it, just takes the attention away.
Just waiting.
Wait for his foot, lad.
For a ball. The stern-faced Warren Jowett looks on again.
Go.
Wildy.
1. Okay, lads,
For Dewsbury Rams.
Hold. Go.
Instead of 6 tackles in a prime position for the visitors here.
2. On your line. 2. On your line.
Ryan Smith
2.
has moved into the hooking role. To his right is Hayes. And now Bretherton. Bretherton is over here. Bretherton has got over the line. And the referee this time awards the try. Bretherton with the first try of this second half for Dewsbury Rams. Well, they got 2 early tries in the corresponding fixture last month that put them in the driving seat in the match. That try could put them in the driving seat as far as the Cooperative Championship 1 title is concerned.
Well, the penalty didn't help here. Hands on the ball, slowing down is an easy spot for any referee. Ron Lawton saw it, and it afforded a position. The other problem that Keighley have is the man responsible for tackling Alex Bretherton is in the back of your picture there. Daley Williams, I presume, may have dislocated his elbow. He walked off from a previous tackle at the start of this set, and it made it far easier for Bretherton to run over the top of Presley and ground the ball.
His 10th try of the season. And Walker kicked them from anywhere. It's another excellent 2-pointer from Pat Walker to improve that try from Alex Bretherton. And Dewsbury now moving to a 20-8 lead in this second half.
The workload that Dewsbury are giving people right tight near the ruck, really tight near the ruck. Presley, the number 6, he's unable to stop Bretherton. Too big and too strong near the line. But just watch how many times Dewsbury hit around the ruck and then go to the fringe.
Tackles down when we get there then.
Kick-off from Jones. More action from the Cooperative Championship 1 next Thursday on Sky Sports 3. Oldham against London Scholars is a 7:30 start.
Go. Don't go early.
Dewsbury in possession in the shape of Bostock.
And worryingly for Keighley, he just run through 4 defenders before eventually being pulled out. They're starting to drop off the tackles.
3, hold here. 3, go.
Finn offloads the ball. Hayes.
I think they're actually spotting up Presley. You see pointing at him. Doesn't move from marker there, but he had to do 3 tackles on the trot then, Presley.
Smith for Finn, and now Wildey. Last one coming up for Dewsbury. Finn with another delicate chip over this time. It's come up for Dewsbury, and Lingard has support on that left-hand side. It's Chris Spur. Looking for back-to-back tries here, Dewsbury.
When the knock on with
Again,
we've got another knock on from Dewsbury.
Ronnie Lawton is looking for a knock-on in back play here.
Yes.
Well, they kicked the ball into open space. It provided a try in the first half. It means that Lee Maples this time has to run forward possession. They're all onside. I don't think there's a doubt about that. He's very unfortunate in the bounce. Ricochets from him forwards to Dewsbury. And Chris Spur, gratefully, I think here, scores an immediate try on the back of the one on the right. They've now, through Lee Lingard, the provider, with Chris Spur, the scorer, very, very quickly extended the lead.
Chris Spur becomes the 4th member of the 3 quarters to score for Dewsbury Rams. It's his 11th try this season, and those fans who've come across to Keighley just might start to believe that their side are headed for the Championship 1 title.
When this kick goes up, the Dewsbury players are quicker to react. They realise that it's a chance to get the ball back. The Keighley players, just watch what they do when the ball goes up in the air, switch off, somebody else will pick it up. Well, no, they won't. That mistake is made, and Dewsbury capitalise on it.
The kick from Pat Walker is successful from another difficult position. And so Dewsbury now lead by 26 points to 8. Well, history repeats itself. They were 18-6 up, as I said, at half-time in last month's clash, and scored 2 early tries in the second half. That's exactly what's happened here. And they've taken a real stranglehold on the game and on the title.
Okay, that's one. Hands out. That move. Hold. Go.
Smith. Wildey again.
Hold. 2. Move.
What Keighley would give for some possession.
Go.
Dewsbury have the ball though, and Smith working to the short side.
3.
Hughes doing his best in defence there alongside Nicholson. Finn. Now Robinson. And Robinson has lost it. Ball though has been stolen.
Well, it's a bit unfortunate here for Keighley. In the first half, the referee shouted loose carry. This time he says hands in the ruck. You can't criticise the referee. It's a very difficult aspect of officiating in rugby league. Was it illegally stripped, or did the player in possession just drop the ball? I think you have to say Carl Hughes at one time did have his left hand on possession, and the call's gone against the home team.
Dewsbury with the chance then to follow up that try a moment ago and increase this lead. Adam Robinson. Patience from Dewsbury Rams. Inching closer through Lingard this time.
2. Go.
Short side play for Finn. Finn over the top to Party. He's been over once. Party trapped 5 or so metres away from that Keighley line. Finn. Walker. It's Law who gets 2 alongside Jermaine Ray, and Danny Jones in there for good measure. Hayes. Hayes for Bretherton.
5.
Last one for the Rams. It's Liam Finn's kick. Brilliantly taken in the first place by Robinson. He's touched it down brilliantly as well. The referee awards the try, and that is a fantastic piece of skill in the first place from Finn and from Robinson. Warmly applauded by this Dewsbury crowd. They know that their team are headed for the title, and Robinson with his 3rd try of the season. That was a play right off the training ground, executed to perfection.
Well, they're an intelligent side, and they've got a very intelligent kicking game. There's such variety in it, it's been difficult to defend against. And one thing that they've demonstrated tonight is not just to kick the ball to where the winger or fullback will stand, but into the spaces between them. They've taken advantage from doing that, and it has been an intelligent approach. They seem to have individually learned what to do to make themselves collectively an unbeatable unit.
They've started to party on the terraces. Pat Walker, though, a picture of concentration, adds another 2 points with the boot, and Dewsbury move to a 32 points to 8 scoreline now.
In this corresponding fixture at the Tetley Stadium, Liam Finn was the most important player on that day. In that last set of 6, he touched the ball 3 times. He knew what he wanted to do, he knew when he wanted to do it, and he started to play more of a part in this game. Warren Jowett, you can't see it from that picture, but he'll know he's well on his way here.
Take a huge effort from this Keighley Cougars outfit to deny Dewsbury now, as Wildy takes it up.
Don't go away! Hold! Go!
Defence coming in from Danny Jones.
Hold here! Go!
On Chris Spur. A solid tackle.
3! Move! 3!
Coming in from the Keighley players on Rob Spicer that time. But Ryan Smith is beginning to enjoy it out there. He's given them some pace from the bench again in that hooking role. Finn, Ipati.
Discipline, don't go early, Danny.
Last one. Smith. It's Finn who just checked the Irish World Cup star, and Finn has it back. Have they got the referee?
Well, they've changed the rules, haven't they? Almost. They say that the game now is that Dewsbury have possession and Keith have to defend. The referee had judged it as back to 1. The kick intendedly played by Keith, the defender. But it appears for the last 10 minutes as though Dewsbury are the only side in possession. It's an attempted drop goal, in my opinion. Charge down, and 2 tackles already of the 6 gone.
So more work for this Keighley defence to do, and Hayes finds Bretherton. Appetite for more points here, Dewsbury Rams, and Hayes has it, spins it into Walker. Now it's Finn. This is Ipati, looking for his second. Finn assesses the options before he receives possession. It arrows a crossfield kick as there's a Keighley player down in back play, but Andy Bostock will not be too concerned about that. Andy Bostock with another try for Dewsbury Rams, and Keighley Cougars can do nothing to stop this Dewsbury Rams onslaught.
They can do nothing to get possession either, that's the biggest problem. I can't recall the last time they've had the ball, but it's a killer instinct from the Dewsbury side not to let their opponents off the canvas here. They've got them down and they want to make sure that the count is 10 here. Great kick to the side, we've seen a variety of them tonight. We saw no way that Gavin Duffy could take possession. And Bostock again, 3 Dewsbury players. There was the attempted drop goal, played out eventually. 6 more tackles, and at the end of the 6 tackles, Finn shows the full array of kicks. Ricochets off Duffy, into the arms of Bostock, 4 more points. Unrelenting.
Bostock, 3 tries on home soil against Keighley in June, got a double last Sunday against Oldham as well. And Walker arrows another one towards the post from the touchline. Well, that's been another feature of this Dewsbury performance. The level of kicking accuracy from Pat Walker. 7 successful kicks now. And the Ram believes, Bostock believes, Dewsbury Rams are heading into the Cooperative Championship for 2010.
This game is ruthless at times. Ollie Pursglove was down on the floor with a major problem, and Liam Finn saw him, and that's where he put the kick. Will Keighley get some ball this time?
They've finally come up with possession, Keighley Cougars, in the shape of Andy Schickel.
Liam, stand up, come on, you were moving.
I think that will be over 10 minutes then since they've had proper possession. I know they've kicked the ball off, and you could say they've touched the ball. Knock on now the play of the ball.
It's been an expensive 10 minutes. It could be an expensive error from Law here.
Incorrect grip on that ball while he's playing it.
Keep him in, Danny. I'll call it out.
Just when it looked like they had the possession, they've handed the initiative back to Dewsbury.
You just saw Dewsbury lift when they got that ball back, all high-fiving each other. They can smell the blood in the water now. They think they can score another try in their set of 6. Look at who they're pointing at.
An hour gone. Dewsbury inevitably in possession again. It's Spicer who plays the ball. Now James Lockwood.
3, move, go! 3, move! 3, go!
Smith moves in again. What have they got in the locker this time? Dewsbury Rams. Hayes has it.
They had 3 or 4 options for the ball carrier, which meant defenders caught in 2 minds. They roll forward. 4 tackles gone.
It's Robinson on the charge.
5 and clear! Come on, move! 5, go!
Can Keighley Cougars hold out for one last play? It's with Spicer. Lost it this time. That's how close they came. They've given Keighley possession, but they're only 4 metres away from their own line.
But it should be a penalty, I think, here to Keighley. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on.
You're right.
But Dewsbury had to give up possession. He failed to do so. That's a penalty to Keighley, I think, when they calm all this down.
You're right, Phil. Rob Spicer's on the floor.
Take him away, Liam.
Just a couple of seconds before that, he would not give Keighley the ball, and Keighley, they won it back because they haven't had it for 21 minutes.
Did we have a delay in him releasing the ball to start with?
No, he was just trying to get up. And the keeper number 8 is coming and pushed him twice unnecessarily.
So I think number 8. Number 8. Come here, listen to what's said here.
It was a slight delay in play. The Dewsbury player was about to get up. You've unnecessarily come in twice.
No, listen.
Unnecessarily come in twice and tried to push the
It's a penalty. Away.
Andy Schickel penalised on the advice of the touch judge.
Well, I never. Here we go. He's got hold of the ball. Let's count the seconds out. It's in slow motion. Andy Schickel has a right to get that ball off him.
Get a grip. Listen to me. Get a grip for yourself. All right.
Well, what's the reaction now, Keighley? They're under the cosh again.
Wait.
The protests were still continuing there.
Wait. Come on, lads, he's pushed him over. Wait there. Hold there. Hold. James, get a grip. Come on.
Ronnie Lawton just allowing the situation to calm down, but Dewsbury want more points. Hayes. Pass for Bretherton. Ricochets. They won't get them on this occasion, but every time that Dewsbury approach that line, you're expecting another 4-pointer.
Well, with the weight of possession that Dewsbury have had in this second half, it's remarkable the commitment and endeavour that Keighley are still showing. Defensively, they're so proud of their own try line. I know they've let 38 points in, but it's as if it's still 0-0 here. Trying everything they can here. Oh, there's got to be obstruction in this play.
Walker has it, hands onto a party. A party goes in, but has he got his second try?
Just check back there from the rough plays. See whether we've got an obstruction or any foul play.
Phil was right, they're looking for obstruction in the back play.
I'd like to see tries from scrums though. Dewsbury provided this when we watched them earlier this year. Look, they've shifted the ball. It's whether that man's gone too early and collided illegally with a Keighley defender.
I don't know whether...
Who is it in the picture there? He does seem to trip him or impede him getting there, doesn't
it? George Rayner. George Rayner, the fullback. He's out too far in front of his defensive line.
Still, with the ball...
I think that should be a try, Phil. I think that should be a try. He's nowhere near the ball.
If that man collides with him, though, why he's drifting out.
Let's have another look at it from this angle. George Rayner is too far in front of his teammates.
You can't penalise him, though, for being in front of his teammates, can you, Barry?
You're right. Let's see what the video ref thinks. He agrees with you.
He doesn't. It's a try. I say no try.
A party with his second, and now the party really can start. double against the Cougars last month. 2 tries against Keighley tonight. And Keighley Party with the latest in a long line of Dewsbury tries in this second half.
Well, they've tried with width early in the match, and as the game progresses, they're finding the gaps more and more. Not so sure the decision, but you play to the whistle, and Keighley Party was the willing recipient of that final pass over out wide in the corner. Now, this Walker, he'll be doing kicking lessons at club soon.
It's a long way to go in season, lads.
Make it 8 now from the boot of Pat Walker.
Stay on side.
But they average 41 points a game and concede an average of 11, Dewsbury Rams.
On 10.
Not doing bad on both scores at the moment as Ipati, the try scorer, has it back.
That's good skill from Ipati with 3 on-rushing Keighley defenders trying to get that ball back of him. He jumps higher, regathers the ball. It's always a difficult play to defend that.
2, go. 3, and no!
Just look at him, he jumped.
Go.
Dan Potter actually jumped higher, but Keighley Party does a great job.
Strength from Ipati and strength from Spur there as Barry Eaton is not happy at all on the sideline. This meanwhile is
Come on, discipline. Go.
is Liam Crawley. Now Liam Finn. Great kick for Bredderton. Surely they'll check the offside. But Bredderton strolls in. He's put the ball down and the referee awards the try this time. Second try for Alex Bredderton. It's becoming a rout for Dewsbury in this second half. It was close for the first 40 minutes, but those who've travelled across to support the Rams really happy now. It's going to be a 15th game as well, unbeaten. And now I suppose the question must be asked, can they go the whole campaign without defeat?
This is the 4th try in the second half that Dewsbury have scored from Liam Finn's kicks. He really has shown tonight an excellence in this facet of the game. He puts the ball into space and then he relies on his teammates to be onside and to take possession. Bretherton does that and looks like a classy centre as he finishes to the celebrations of his travelling supporters. The Dewsbury Rams have won the league.
Just showing them that he's got 2 tries as well. So to the 9 so far. And Walker,
Can't believe it.
from an easier angle than some of the ones that he's been attempting tonight, has missed. I don't think it will be way too heavily on the mind of Walker. Lots to think about though for Barry Eaton, former Dewsbury man, of course, the Keighley coach.
When you're ready, Danny.
Could think about making a playing comeback in this game. Powerless to do anything on the sidelines as Dewsbury have steamrolled their way in this second half.
He's been getting very frustrated. He's been getting very frustrated, Barry. We saw him on one occasion lose his temper, but he's had to be spoken to by one of the officials on the sideline just to calm down. But his Keighley side just being overwhelmed here by Dewsbury's class, especially with Liam Finn with the ball.
3, hold here, wait for the fault.
I mentioned that Dewsbury will obviously look to go unbeaten all season. Tony Smith's Huddersfield did it in the 2002 NFP as Bostock takes the ball forward to the halfway line. It's also achieved by Hull's Division 2 Championship winners in the 78-79 season. They won all their matches. Huddersfield 126 and drew 1. And the precedents that Dewsbury hope to emulate as Liam Finn's towering kick this time is collected by Rayner. They have possession, but again they have possession deep in their own half.
Well, I suppose every team in sport is in the pursuit of excellence, and Dewsbury are getting pretty close to getting there tonight. They have done things so well here, even when challenging the first half. They matched their opponents and pressed on. When the opponent started to slow down and fatigue, they worked even harder. And the quality of skill at times has been first class.
Here is Jermaine Ray for Keighley Cougars. Now Feather and Hughes lost the ball. Ipati though doesn't wait for the decision. He's managed to promote it again. And now Chris Spur has it for Dewsbury. They're back in command.
Taking too long. You've been pushing it for a while, you're taking too long.
And holding down in the tackle from Schickel.
Just a desperate attempt to slow Dewsbury down.
10 metres.
I think this is an offload.
Hold here.
It spurts out of the side and a party picks it up and passes it to a Dewsbury player who wants to crack on with things.
46-6 at Dewsbury last month, 48-8 tonight. And now Smith motors away again. Dumped into the turf by Hughes.
Come on, Carl. 2, go.
Inching closer to another 4-pointer here, Dewsbury Rams, and James Lockwood looking for his first try of the season.
3, and move!
The ball's come free.
3, hold here. Go.
And now it's Ryan Smith. The defence melted away. And Ryan Smith, with only his second of the season, continues this Dewsbury onslaught. The Keighley Cougars have no answer. And the smiles just get wider on those Dewsbury faces on the field and on the terraces. They've scored some fantastic 4-pointers tonight. That was a simple one, but Ryan Smith enjoyed it.
Well, it does appear that there's a knock on there prior to the play of the ball, and I think all of the officials have missed it. The players actually appealed to the referee. Let's go to the video ref. He knocked on. I'm not saying that they should or that the video referee has to listen to them, but they've clearly missed it. He's on the other side of the play of the ball. The referee can't see it, and whilst they're appealing, Smith dives over from the dummy half position.
The kick slotted over this time by Walker. Ryan Smith moved to Dewsbury permanently this year after 1 try and 6 on loan from Castleford in 2008. There's the ball coming out.
But is it stripped? That's the question you've got to ask. I think there's a Keighley hand in there, and instead of, again, getting on with things, they're arguing in frustration with the referee. This could get really bad for Keighley unless they focus on what's at hand.
Danny Jones tried to drive that restart towards the Dewsbury players, but again they've come up with possession. Walker, Finn, bossing things out there.
Lovely passing. Great passing there as a backline shot from the far side. Players hitting the ball at pace. We're going to see some high-quality rugby league here from Dewsbury. Come on, continue to play.
This is Powell. There's a Keighley player down in back play.
Held forward and move! Forward, just stand out. Hold forward.
Powell plays the ball. Smith assesses the options, gets away from Ray to substitute Hook as a pass round the corner looking for Hurst. Party time there. Didn't come off.
First knock on by Dewsbury.
Well, Keegan Hurst was the man. Got a late offload, wasn't ready for it. Kyle Hughes in front of him. A little bit of the fumbles.
Nice and calm, mate, come on.
It's Perth Club who's
nice and
injured
calm,
as
Warren
Warren Jowett has moved downstairs to the touchline.
For the rest of the season. Looking at him.
Wants to be in pole position for the celebrations.
Out.
So he hasn't been smiling too much in this match.
Move.
8 minutes to go now.
Hold, go.
Presley. Can Keighley get another try?
2 and move. Come on. 2, go.
That's Feather.
Held 3 on your line.
Can Keighley get a try in this second half? Feather again.
4, move. 4, go.
Ray. Now Presley. This is Cartledge.
5 the last. Hold it, lad. Discipline.
Disappointment on the face there of Barry Eaton. Last one for Keighley. Easy kick though, really. And Bryn Powell makes no mistake, and Powell launches the counter again.
Go.
Very dependable when the defensive work's been asked of him.
2. Okay, move. 2, go.
Bostock plays the ball for Smith.
3.
Now Lockwood.
3. Hold it, lad. Come on. 3. Hold it. Go.
Smith. That's Finn.
Lost control in the tackle.
They've lost control here. Lingard it was.
It's good work on the inside from Keighley here. This ball is passed inside. One defender, then two defenders joining in. They've often been exposed in the middle part. Very often it's the big fellas that tire the quickest. An interesting stat for Keighley is they've done 250 defensive efforts. They've made 250 tackles as opposed to 117 by Dewsbury.
One, move! One, hold here, lads. One,
Keighley, 4 matches left. Workington and Rochdale away. Hunslet and London Scholars at home as they look for the best position in those playoffs.
That's 2.
Dewsbury don't have to worry about that though.
We've waxed lyrically about Dewsbury in attack, the kicks, the passes, the offloads, but the defence is also what's been impressive tonight. Do you know what? We're probably going to go a 60-minute period where Dewsbury have prevented their opponents from scoring a try, and that's a great achievement in rugby league. If they can hold them out for the next 5 minutes. They scored a try, 20 minutes or so into this game, but the final 60 minutes they've kept their opponents scoreless because they've worked so hard when they haven't had possession.
Lock in, lock in.
Well, they've easily the best attack and defence in Championship 1. Walker on halfway.
Moved off the mark.
Just 12 months after relegation, Dewsbury going back up to the Championship.
Well, for the second time tonight, they're penalised for moving off the mark, getting up and standing away from where he should play the ball, according to referee. Now, in his mind, I think he's just trying to get away from the defenders, but he stepped to the side. You're not allowed to do that. And Ron Lawton's been quite keen-eye on that aspect tonight. Offload there by Keighley. They want to send the hot fans home happy if they possibly can. But it'll take something and pretty amazing to score.
It was Rawlins who got the ball away to Benjerfield. Ray. Now Jones.
2, move! 2, go!
That was Hughes who plays the ball. Jones. Is there a consolation for Keighley?
3, here we are, lads!
3 tackles gone.
Go!
Potter played the ball. Looping pass on the bounce finds Cartledge. Cartledge goes back into that central engine room.
Go on here! Go!
Ray. Burst of acceleration from the substitute hooker. He sent Presley across. And Presley with his second try of the match. But it all looked so good for Keighley when he got his first in that first 40 minutes. It's consolation for Presley and for Keighley for his 23rd try of the season. And something to send the Cougars fans home happy.
Well, I suppose a bit of possession near opponent's line is what Keighley had wanted in the second half. They've had so little. Jermaine Ray runs at the defenders, holds them off with the ball in front of him and just puts a short pass to Presley into the hole. Maybe some consolation for their efforts here tonight.
I just want to go back to that penalty for moving off the mark. I think that's a very harsh penalty. We don't play musical statues. There's all kinds of variations in the way when you're trying to play it.
Danny Jones maintains his faultless kicking tonight. Only one of only 3 players.
Let's have a look at that penalty again. The Dewsbury player, he just avoids. I don't think he plays the ball correctly, without a doubt, but does he move away from the mark or does he just get away from that melee?
Warren Jowett just 3 minutes away now. Danny Jones, one of only 3 players to score in every game this year, with Danny Tickle and Greg McAnally of Whitehaven, as it was Jermaine Ray who was away. Ball been stripped.
Keighley head and feed.
Well, the referee says that when he stripped the ball one-on-one, which is quite legal, you're allowed to do that, and it's great thinking from Walker, but then it's a knock-on. The ball went forward from him, but quick thinking.
Look in! Up there, Liam. Out!
Keighley with a chance then to add another try as Jones tries a speculative pass out to Rayner. It was a good pass as well. Saw the space on that far side.
Keighley cannot run through Dewsbury. They cannot run around them. As Phil keeps saying, it's a fantastic defensive effort. Just watch the way they control the ruck. They control the block with the ball.
3, it's okay, 3, move! 3, go!
Dewsbury fans it is who are counting down as Jermaine Ray moves forward for Keighley. Now it's Hughes. Last one coming up for Keighley. Presley. Short pass this time for Rawlins.
Turn it over there.
That's the last tackle though, and so Dewsbury have possession from the turnover. There's a minute and a half left. You wouldn't bet against them adding to their try tally and finishing with a real flourish.
Wait, go.
They'll have to go 90 metres to do it though.
Move, John! Hands out! Go.
Bostock, Finn. Now it's Lockwood.
2. Don't go early. 2. Go.
That's Powell.
3. Okay, lads, here. 3, go.
Now Finn. Tries to get the ball over the head there of Danny Jones.
Liam Finn's been excellent with his boot tonight, but both players from Keighley, Gavin Duffy and Danny Jones, dropped back nice and early. They anticipated that kick. Can Keighley finish with a flourish?
2, go. You're right, 36, 36.
Was that the start of a smile on the face of Warren Jowett?
Come on. 3, go.
He's keeping it all in, Ben. Until that whistle goes, until that fat lady sings, it's not over.
Back to 1. Back to 1.
6 more here for Keighley. Cartledge
Play on.
has it, but he's lost it.
Oh yeah, there's definitely an advantage. There we are, that's 0. Go.
Dewsbury will have ball in hand, you feel, at the end of this game. Is the chance for another try? It's a rampaging run from Bretherton, and he has support inside. The ball's come free. It goes forward. Finn was sniffing the opportunity.
There's the smile, Ben.
Warren Jowett, 12 months after Dewsbury were relegated, has claimed the Championship 1 title. It's played 15, won 15 for the Dewsbury Rams. The supporters who've come to Keighley to see this will go away delirious because Dewsbury secure the title. Incredible effort, yet to be beaten. Now can they go the whole season without defeat? They play Workington at home and Rochdale at home and Blackpool away, but for the moment it's the title that they are celebrating. Pat Walker there embraces Andy Bostock. There's been some hugely impressive performances this year, and now they dismiss their closest rivals, and look what it means to those Dewsbury players. A melee in the middle of the Keighley pitch. Incredible effort from Dewsbury. As I say, played 15, won 15. The best attack and defence before this game. Another big win against Keighley as well. Keighley's home record, of course, has gone as well. And it will be a very happy Warren Jowett, I'm sure, who's standing by now to talk to Rod.
Warren, you're a feet on the ground, business face on kind of guy, but you must have some emotions here tonight, having clinched the championship.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big moment in my coaching career, and it's especially a big moment for these lads. All the hard work they put in the off season, all the hard work they put in during the season has paid off tonight, and I take me off to them. Massive performance in the second half. We knew Keighley were going to come at us the first half. They thought they had the spoils, and we just knew stick to his guns, keep it tight first half, and we'll open up second half, and that's what we've done on them.
You're 15 points clear of Keighley now. You scored exactly 100 points in 2 games against them. They're the second place team in the league. Does that emphasise the gulf between your side and the rest in this division?
Yeah, definitely. There's a gulf there. Obviously, or else we wouldn't have gone 15 games, unbeaten for no reason. Obviously, there's a gulf there, but the gulf comes, like I say, a lot of our training's gone into this team. The lads have put a lot of effort in. They're only part-time players at the end of the day, and I've asked a lot of them, and they've always answered it, and they've always shown the willingness to work hard for each other, and that's what it's about this game.
In a lot of sports, when a team's doing the championship, you see a tail off, a party spirit in the last few games, but that won't happen here, will it? Because you've got the 100% record still intact, and if you can win the last 3, it'll be 18 from 18.
Yeah, certainly not. Celebrations tonight. After that, it's feet back down on the ground, back down to earth, and the job in hand is obviously our next game, which is working at home, and that's our focus from now on in. And then obviously Rochdale, and then we've got Blackpool. So job is not, obviously we've got promoted, but the job ain't finished yet with 3 more games to go.
Well done tonight, Warren, well done on the season. Let's get the man of the match in, Liam Finn. Liam, well done, quite a performance here tonight to take a side like Keighley to the cleaners. Just some of what the whole season has been about, though, for the Dewsbury players and what you've achieved so far.
Well, it's been based on hard work. We've done a lot of hard work, and it's paid off. It's paid off tonight, and we've had a good win just to seal the championship.
They're obviously very happy with you. It's a bit like the first game against Keighley, wasn't it? You know, close till half time, and then the second half you were able to, pardon the pun, ram home your advantage.
Yeah, well, a little bit like that. I think the slope had a little bit to do with it. We found it really tough getting out of our own half in first half. And credit to Keighley, their dog inside, and they got off the line and really messed our game up a little bit. But we got together at half time and put it together in second.
The coach says there's going to be a little bit of party tonight, but then back to work. What do the players think about that?
Oh, I don't know about that. Might be a bit more partying than that. But we're all going to go to work tomorrow, but then we'll have a big night tomorrow. Celebrate.
Yeah, man of the match, £100 to go for the charity of your choice, Liam. Any idea where you'd like that cash to go?
Yeah, I'll give it to Jamie and Brennan Rooney Fund.
Lovely, well done, celebrate tonight.
Thanks a lot, cheers.
And a very happy Warren Jowett. Well, it's been a real battle to get a smile out of Warren Jowett during the course of this season. There's a hint of a grin there. Well, a bit of more of a hint of a grin from the Dewsbury Rams coach, especially when that young lady flung herself at him from the crowd. Just the sort of thing a coach likes at the end of a victory like that. And what a victory it was. You really couldn't have envisaged that at half-time. 14-8 it was at half-time. 14-54 the full-time score in favour of the Dewsbury Rams. And Phil, they really did put their foot down after the break. As you can see from the table, Dewsbury Rams confirmed as champions. 15 points clear now of Keighley Cougars, who will have to settle for a place in those playoffs, 2 through to 7 playoff for the other promotion place. So, as I said, they really put their foot down after the break.
Well, yeah, I mean, we saw a game of two halves in Super League last week when Warrington overpowered Salford. We had a similar aspect today. You know, Bretherton overpowered Presley. There was an injured man already, though, for the Keighley side. And then they just continued with possession. The next 3 tries we see here all feature Liam Finn kicking the ball accurately. There's an element of luck on 1 or 2 of them, but they're in the right position and the right place, the Dewsbury place, to take advantage. It's Spur for the first one, okay, and then almost another back-to-back try, penalty involved. This time it was Robinson, good catch above his head under pressure. They had 6 to go, they had another set of possession, and on the back of that one, another Finn kick, wide this time to Bostock, just outstrawing the Keighley side. You see men down, tiring. Fatigue was an element, but they also showed some skill here. Good passing, getting on the outside of the men, creating the overlap from a scrum. Brilliant rugby league, love to see it. A party score. Well, it was all that point. Again, another back-to-back try. This time, Liam Finn's 4th kick. Puts it over, Bretherton takes it, and they look like a classy side playing in the wrong division, looking for promotion. Element of luck perhaps here. Smith lost possession. Was it stripped? The referee missed it. And importantly, the Dewsbury players played to the whistle. Smith picked it up, showed it, dived over. The final try after 40 unanswered points at that stage came to the home side. Presley crossing for that final effort for them, but really completely outclassed. They couldn't get hold of possession. The penalty count went against them, and really we got to see just why Dewsbury are so clearly the best side in this competition.
Yeah, formidable display from this Dewsbury Rams side. And Keighley, as I said now, that second place, well, not guaranteed second place, of course, but they're going to have to settle for the playoffs in the Championship 1 competition for the other promotion place. And it's going to take some getting over. I mean, this wasn't their final chance of the season, was it? But it felt like it for them.
I think emotionally tonight may be a very draining experience for the Keighley Cougars players. They've built themselves up. They're playing in front of a big crowd here for their stakes. And on television, they want to play well and give themselves a chance. And at half-time, what's so hard about sport? At half-time, they were clearly in this contest. But when you're blown away, you look for reasons and excuses and explanations, I think. If they can find them, it might help. But they'll have to regroup very quickly and make sure that isn't like a puncture. They've not lost a wheel here now in the race to get their promotion, their dream for 2009. They'll have to regroup very quickly, though.
But those other sides in the top 7 will be fancying their chances now. And what about this Dewsbury Rams? What about Warren Jowett? Because he took the job end of last season on a sort of temporary basis, just helping out, really. He's done a great job as well, hasn't he, for the Rams?
Well, do you know what? In the sport of rugby league, we tend to continue to look for Australian coaches to continue to come over and improve our game. Perhaps there's a time when we should look at the players who are coached by teams in the lower divisions. And Warren Jowett just might be one of those men. What he's done with his side this year is quite remarkable. On a similar budget to other teams, it's not as if Dewsbury have more money than their opponents in that competition. They've done remarkably well and they play great rugby league. At times, it seems like like common sense, but he's been able to get his players to do what works for them.
And he's done it with a group of players who aren't flash Harrys. There's no Liam Finn's, probably one of the most experienced players, and they play for him.
Yeah, they're not afraid to demonstrate the skills. There's no point going to training and trying to get better, but they've put the skills on full show tonight.
They certainly have done to great effect as well, winning the championship, winning promotion. Well, that's the action done for here tonight, but plenty of action to come on Friday. A reminder of the choice of live action coming up. There's the third Ashes Test with play continuing from 10 on Sky Sports 1 and HD1. There's football from the Barclays Asia Trophy as West Ham face Beijing in the playoff from 10:30, and that's followed by the final, which you can see at 1:15 on Sky Sports 2, when Spurs take on Hull City at 1:15, that is. And there's golf as well. The Moravia Silesia Open, day 2 of that's at 10 a.m. and 3 o'clock on Sky Sports 3. And then on Friday there's live Super League, St Helens against Wigan, 7:30 Sky Sports 2 and HD2, and that's followed by Super League Extra Time. We'll have match analysis and interviews available via the red button on your remotes and the internet. And then on Saturday, more Super League as Leeds Rhinos take on the Warrington Wolves, 6:30 Sky Sports 2. Highlights of that and Catalan against Celtic Crusaders at 2 a.m. on Sky Sports Extra. And then at 7 on Sky Sports 3, 11:30 Sky Sports 2 and HD2. A busy weekend to come. It's been a busy night here at Cougar Park. It's been the Dewsbury Rams night. They've won the title. They're going up.